What's up, Last Sunday? How you guys doing? This is episode 41. I got the lovely Allison in the background. She's gonna be helping me out today. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm just blessed to be able to do this. That's what I wanna say. I honestly was a tad bit frustrated, but I'm feeling good right now. I drank some green tea with some what is it? Elderberry, you know what I'm saying? So, and it got me right. And sometimes you don't always have to drink coffee. Sometimes you don't always have to drink a Red Bull, Drink some green tea, has caffeine in it, and it's good. But I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, so let's get into today, man. What we're gonna get into today is your boy just turned 25. November 6th was my birthday. So I am gonna go over 25 things I learned of being on this earth for 25 years. So we might do a part 2. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna just do 15, and then we'll do a part 2. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I really hope that this helps you out. I really hope that, God kind of speaks through me to you to help you. And also, you don't have to, I might not have all the answers, I don't have all the answers. You don't have the answers, Sway. If you know what that is, then you know what I'm talking about, but you probably don't. Kanye West? Okay, no. But, yeah, so just take everything with a grain of salt. Take things for what they are. Take whatever, whatever I say. If it helps, if it doesn't, then it doesn't, whatever. But this is just my experience of me being on this journey of life. So, but I'm going to have the lovely Allison help me. She's going to read out the questions for me so then I can answer them. So it flows a little better. So let's start with number 1.
Don't believe the myth not to get married young and have kids young.
Absolutely. I feel like this is a big one too, because I feel like society will push this on young adults, young females and young males. I feel like they don't want you to get married young. They don't want you to have kids young. But also, what more are you gonna do? The more that you waste your time living this life of this worldly life that we live with, that really doesn't have anything to offer, you're just wasting your time for your future husband or your future wife. So I just feel like it's better for you to just, in my opinion, to get married young, man, have your kids young, so then when you're 40 and you and your spouse are 40, you guys can just do things for yourself. Go on vacays, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be on vacation in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? My kids are going to be older, and me and Allison are going to be chilling. And instead of having your kids when you're 30, 35, and then you're not going to have any time for you and your spouse. So I think it's just a lot more smarter just to find somebody that you love. Find somebody that loves God. Grow with them, get married, and have kids, man. So... yeah, that's what I don't know. I might get some hate for that one, but my opinion. Number 2.
Discipline is very important.
Bro. Discipline is very important. And I'm speaking to the men out there. I feel like as women though, I don't want to speak for women, right? Because I can't really speak on a woman experience. I'm not a woman. So I'm speaking for men on this one. Discipline is everything for a man. It's self-control, it's organization, it's what's your purpose. It drives everything. Without discipline, you will never get anything done. And I struggle with this most of my life is just the lack of discipline of getting things done that I want to do, just because my family is just never pushed me in a way sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. And I might get some hate for that, but that's just me being real. Like, we lack discipline. And it's tough. It's tough, man. But yeah. So yeah, we had a slight interruption. Not really, but Elizabeth, she was like screaming at us. So you might hear her crying a bit. She's right here. Allison got her. But yeah, it was number 3, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So don't be.
No, you gotta turn the mic.
Yeah. So don't beat yourself up about being a dad.
Yes. This one's probably like one of the most important ones that I feel like I deal with the most. It's because like I feel like as a father, we don't really give ourselves leeway, and it's hard for us to balance what we're going through, and we bring that on to our family. And like what I mean by that is like work, internal issues, other stuff that you are dealing with. It's hard to separate the two. So I catch myself a lot of times like not being the best dad. I mean, I feel like, but also like we're all learning, man, you know what I'm saying? We're all trying to do the best we can. And at the end of the day, like, you just got to do better than what you did, and kind of learn from how you are. And don't beat yourself up, man. Not a lot of people choose to be a father. A lot of people leave and they don't want to stick around. So just you yourself being there you're already ahead of most dads. So I would say don't beat yourself up, man. And I'm speaking to the papas out there, the daddies out there. But yeah, man, you just gotta you gotta take everything with a grain of salt and just learn from it, and do the best you can, bro. Number 4.
Communication is number 1.
Communication is number 1, bro. Oh man, I mean, Allison could attest to this too, right? Like, yeah. how important communication is in a relationship.
Very important.
Yeah, without communication, I feel like we would probably be arguing all the time. Freaking, who knows? Like, it's just not good. And it's not even what communication. Yeah, it's important. Elizabeth's like, yeah, I'm communicating. I'm hungry. That's what she's telling us right now. But no, I think it's important in your relationship, friendship, with your family, just everything in general. Because like, I think the biggest problem with communication is that we assume that the other person knows what's wrong with us without us even saying it. It's like, don't assume. You have to communicate with that person what is the issue. If not, they'll never know what is the issue. So communication is key, man, to building better relationships with people. And you got to come to the point too where like if you communicate something to somebody, right? And you already told that person and they continue to whatever, then sometimes you got to kind of separate yourself from that person, because you can't, you can't just say the same thing like 4 times. Like, at that point, they don't want to listen, So, yeah, communication is key, man. Number 5?
Look for a purpose outside of work.
Yeah. Is that number 5?
Yeah.
Find your purpose outside of work is a big one, man, because like, man, like, your work, you are replaceable. You're always replaceable. Like, you might be cool with the supervisor, you might be that guy, everybody knows you, everybody's cool with you, but you're just a number, bro. You're worker number 20, you know what I mean? And then when number 20 doesn't show up, they're gonna fill that spot with somebody. So it's important to have something that you are working out outside of your job that gives you a sense of drive, a sense of purpose towards something. And that can really be anything. Bless you. That could really be anything. That could be like, she's like staring at me. That could be anything. That could be working on a car, having a project to make your car look better. That could be a podcast. That could be a YouTube channel. That could be starting your own business. That can be tons of different things. But it's important to have something outside of work because, bro, I'm telling you, and use that money that you work to fund whatever you're working on outside of work. But that's a good one. Number 6.
Always look for ways to better yourself.
Yes, always look at ways to better yourself. There's like 6, 7, and 8. They're all kind of the same, right? Or
kind of, yeah. They're like go along the same.
What is it? The next one.
7 is find your flaws and work on them, and then 8 is the source of your flaws. Yes.
So I'm gonna go on a long tangent for this one. So all 3 of those go hand in hand. So find ways to better yourself, right? Find your flaws and find your flaws and then find the source.
Yeah, why the flaws?
Oh, why do you have the flaws?
Those
are like 3 in 1. So I'm gonna break this down to a T. What I mean by this is that we have trauma that we do never, especially as men, that we do not address. We don't address these traumas. We don't find the source of it, right? So what happens is we either put up a persona, we push people away that we love, or we just tend to be bitter or whatever, right? And we hold all that stuff in, all that trauma in, and we never try to find a way to better ourselves. And I think it's really important to find what's the source of that. And that's like from the beginning, what caused me to be like this? Why do I get upset easy? Why is this happening to me? Why do I feel this type of way? And I feel like that's important because you have the chance, if once you acknowledge what it is, you can have the chance to better yourself and to kind of get past that. Because I feel like, man, you're gonna just be stuck in this loop of just being hurt, man, you know what I mean? And then you just hurt people. It's like a cycle. You have to kind of find what you can what you can fix on that is causing you to feel like this. And I think it's important. And I've came to a point in my life, and I think it took me to 25 years to realize that I have issues that I need to address and I need to fix. Because if not, it's just going to cause more issues in my relationships, in my family, and everything. So I think that's probably all 3 of those together is probably one of the biggest ones. That is to do better. But what was that, number 9? Next one?
Yeah. Number 9 is to read more books.
Yeah. Read more books, bro. I struggle reading so much. Allison, I'm a terrible when we were reading the Bible, right? Wasn't I super bad at reading?
Yeah, at first.
Yeah. And we've been reading the last 2 months, and there's words that I could not read that now I can read.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. They'll say so, because usually we'll read together and we'll read out loud. We'll go back and forth, and there'll be words, and I'm he's not. I'll already be ready to tell you what it is, and then you'll actually read it, and I'll be surprised. Yeah, and that's just from us reading the Bible the last 2 months, and it's just crazy. It's crazy to think, because I feel in a way it builds your vocabulary when you're talking. And it honestly it makes you smarter when you read. So man, reading is probably important, man. It's just tough though. It's so tough for me. I'm so anxious and I can't sit in one spot, and my mind's moving, and it's terrible, bro. It's just not good. But reading really, man, it honestly kind of just it makes you smarter, man. It makes you smarter. So read a self-help book, read the Bible. If anything, that's the
best self-help book you can get. But yeah, if not, read something that's gonna like make you better. Don't just, I mean, I guess you could just read. I'm not gonna hate on the people that just read, but I think for me it's like it's better if you're reading something that's gonna elevate you in a way. So what is that? Next is 10?
Yeah, so number 10 is keep in touch with family.
Yes. Keep in touch with the fam, bro. Like cousins, second cousins. This is something that low-key I personally need to still kind of do better on. But I think it is important because you just never know what can happen. You know what I mean? You never know when their last day is here. And you don't want that last conversation that you had with somebody to be terrible and have that on your conscience, because that's just, I mean, it just don't sit well, you know. So you really want to keep in touch with family, man, and try to, you know, you just don't know, man, you know, and it's important. So yeah, keep in touch with family. And then number 11 is
don't spend money like for like attention.
Yes. So I'm not gonna lie, Allison is the one that got me like this. And first it was the what is it? Capsule
Wardrobe.
Capsule wardrobe, which is finding like a wardrobe that you could kind of mix and match with. You know, buying limited shoes to where you have enough to switch your outfits with. Just stuff like that she kind of like put me on. But before that, like, bro. And then there's like two other questions that go to hand in hand with this too, I think, right? Is it don't matter.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah.
But the one after that, no.
So what is the next one?
It doesn't really matter. People don't care.
Yeah. So first of all, let's just break this down to a science, right? I'm gonna go on a big tangent. Look, why do we care? Like, right? Why? Okay, you got new Jordans? Dang, bro, my life just changed. No, my life don't change because you got Jordans on, bro. Like, it doesn't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. Like, okay, you got the threes. They look nice, great. I still gotta go to work at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's not gonna make a difference for me. Like, I feel like sometimes we just like we get caught up in all the extra stuff. Like, bro, nobody cares, bro. Like, it don't really matter. It really does not matter. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I felt like, first of all, I dealt with this too, but like I never did because I was broke. So all I had was hand-me-downs, you know, from my older brothers. I had shirts that didn't really fit me. I'm just like used to that. So that was just what it was for me. But I mean, sometimes, bro, like I'm not gonna say that you can't look nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, this sweater, I think I bought it like 2 for $20. I think it was like 2 for $25, right? It was like 2 sweaters.
Yeah, I think they were just like 25% off, but it came to something like that.
Yeah, it was like basically 2 sweaters for $25 at Target. Target is a gym, bro. If you're not, as a man, go to Target and buy clothes. I bought like 7, right? Or 6?
What? The shirts?
The t-shirts.
You probably got like 10.
Yeah, probably. But they're like $6 a piece and they fit well, bro. And like, it works for me. I mean, honestly, my whole wardrobe's just Target, bro. I promise you. Like, I could go in my thing, like, all of my clothes are from Target, and they're a decent price. And I'm not saying you can't look nice, you know, have a decent little watch or whatever like that. Just don't spend your last dime on things to impress people that really don't matter, bro. Like, I don't have one friend in high school that I'm still in touch with. Not one friend that I still, the only people that I do probably in high school or I'm related to that I still talk to, but I really, like, it don't really matter, bro. Like, it does not matter. I wish I would have learned that younger. Like, the people that I remember trying to impress when I was in high school, I would just go out of my way for it. And I don't even talk to them now. Like I don't even think about these guys. I'm like, bro, what? I don't even remember that dude's name. That's crazy. And I remember I was trying to get the next Jordan so I could come to school and be like, they'll be like, dang, bro, I can't believe you got those. It don't matter, bro. It does not matter. I promise you, it does not matter. Focus on yourself, man. Save your money, honestly. Like, invest it in yourself, like doing something. I rather wear a pair of Converse, which is like what 30. How much Converse are? Like $30.
No, they're low-key kind of getting expensive. Probably like $50-$60.
I mean, they last a while, so I wouldn't mind buying. You know, buy a pair of Converse better than paying what $200-$250 for Jordans.
Yeah, $30 for me though.
Yeah. But you know, Allison is a different story. She like, what can I get the cheapest? Like, she got coupons and everything, pulling out everything. But yeah, no, you got to just save your bread, man, and don't spend your last dollar. Like, get some Converse, man, decent little plain tee, you know, and invest that money that you would spend $250 on some J's. Put it on, get in a microphone, put it on, get in a new camera, put it on, you know, getting some new tires for your car. Like, it's just so much more important things you could be spending your money on than things that don't really matter. But what number is the next one?
13.
13.
So it's set the example for who you want to be.
Set the example for who you want to be. I am in the process of still doing this. You got to imagine yourself already who you want to be and start practicing those things in your daily life. Imagine yourself where you want to be and then start doing those things as you're getting to there. I don't know if that makes 100% a sense, but what I mean by that, I guess I can elaborate, is that you got to try to imagine yourself. For an example, I imagine myself owning a ranch, working with a church, having a good, like my family good, and having other men, role models that have family that are older than me that I can go to and like have these, like, you know. So I imagine myself like already there doing these things, and I kind of take the steps to get there. You know what I mean? In my daily life, like making interaction with people, being being nice to others, living as what the word says, the Bible says, and trusting in God that he'll get me there, but also trying to set the example of being there one day, I guess, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, do you think?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I was just like, yeah, I'm just rocking my baby over here, so I don't know. I'm rocking a little Elizabeth. She's super tired. She don't ever want to sleep. She's like, I'm awake. She wants to talk in the mic. But, what is it, 14?
Yeah, so I'm going to do 15 first, because 14 is the one with the quote, so I can give you the paper after.
Oh.
But 15 is the Bible is a handbook for life.
Bro, you see this right here, bro? This right here, bro? This thing right here, right? It don't really matter. It don't matter. I mean, to Allison, it's different. It matters. She's like, I need to get the King James version. But for me, just get any version, man. Get any version of this Bible, bro. And read it. Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Look, if you are a young man, right? You say you stop going to church, right? Or you were going to church and now like you haven't, or say you never even read a Bible as a young man, right? Say whatever. I encourage you just to pick up the Bible, bro, and read Proverbs. Start in Proverbs and just read it. Just read it. And I promise you're going to get something from that. I promise you will. And just take it, like when I read it versus when Allison read it, we don't always get the same thing. Like if you pull up Allison's Bible, we have different stuff that's highlighted.
Yeah.
Like God's speaking to her different from what God's speaking to me. So it's like, don't think about any of that, like, you know what I'm saying? But if you are a young man that has never read the Bible and you don't know where to start, start in Proverbs. Proverbs is written by Solomon, right, to his son. And dude, there's gems there, bro. That's straight gems for your life, bro. This is a handbook for your life. Yeah, the Bible, man. I'm telling you, man. Your boy, I'm I'm not there yet, but I'm trying. I've been slacking though. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Allison's been on me, yelling at me, but it is what it is. We're gonna get there. My goal is to read the Bible at least like 10 times. Like, you know what I mean? By the age of 30, I want to have read the Bible, the full Bible, like at least 10 times. So, and then 14
is the conquer thing.
Oh, okay. So my boy put me on this quote. Shout out to Jeff. And I thought it was very important to say this. This quote is by Aristotle. I'm gonna read what the quote says. So it says, "Count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self." It is so important to conquer your desires of sin, of what you want in your flesh. What you want is your flesh, of what your flesh wants, because you can't ever be out here in the field, man. It's like, this is a great example. This just came off the top of my head right now. What do I look like going into war with one arm? That don't work. I can't go into war with one arm. You got to conquer these demons and in your flesh before you can be out there trying to get people. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta conquer yourself, man. And it is one of the hardest things that I feel like as men that we deal with too. It's just like, it's tough. But I think it's important, man. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you kind of got to overcome what your flesh wants to be ready for that, for that battle. For me, my battle is just like spiritual warfare. I feel like, I am dealing with like laziness. I feel like the enemy attacks me with laziness. He attacks me with listening to music I probably shouldn't, and in turn has me like saying things I shouldn't, and it's just not good, man, because it's like a snowball effect. But yeah, man. But I think we're gonna stop right here. Part 1. Part 2, we're gonna finish it. So we stopped at 15, right? It was 15. So part 2, we'll finish it up. Real quick, I may or may not be dropping another one next Sunday, but that is not gonna be part 2. It could be a podcast with my uncles. It's gonna be a little Thanksgiving podcast. Possibly, if these guys don't switch up on me. But if not, then it's gonna be part 2. Either way, you guys are gonna get something. But yeah, man, we got some things coming. But your boy's trying to work on being more organized and more on top of his stuff. I know I say that every time, and that's because it's a problem. And I know the flaw, so I need to overcome it. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys staying tuned. And yeah, see you guys on part 2. Peace.